Hey guys, what's up? I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to talk about a mica swirl technique using mica powders and CrystaLac Brite Tone. So I'm going to show you this tumbler right here, and I'm going to go through step by step how to get it done. And stick around till the end because I'm going to give you 3 tips to make this process even easier and better for when you try to do it. If this is your first time here, my name is Allison, and here on the Allison Crafts YouTube channel, you can expect weekly tutorials on tumblers and keychains and mugs and coasters and so many other crafts. And if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing down below and giving me a thumbs up if you're enjoying the video. It really does support me, and I appreciate every single one of them. You want to make sure you start with a prepped cup, okay? You need to sand it and you need to base coat it, and then you need to add your glitter. If you're not 100% sure how to add glitter using CrystaLac products, I have a video right here, I'm going to link right now, that goes into all the details on how to get your glitter done. So once it's done and your surface is fully smooth, we can get started on the cup. So what I'm going to do is mix my powders into Brite Tone. I've got about 2.5 milliliters of Brite Tone in each one of these medicine cups, and I'm just doing a tiny little scoop of my mica powder in each one. If you stick around to the end of the video, I do have a couple tips to help you with this process when it's time for you to make your own. So just remember that less is more, right? Start with a little amount of mica powder because you can always add more later. I'm using a white because I like having a color that is similar to my base. Every time I do a swirl cup, I just always have one color that is similar to my base. Stir them up really well, and then you'll be ready to add them to your cup. I will link down below in the description box the exact mica powders that I use. It came in a big box of a ton of different colors, and I recommend it. They weren't that expensive, and I think I got them on a Black Friday sale. But anyway, mix everything up, and when they're all mixed together, you can start with a thin layer of Brite Tone over the top of your cup. This is going to help your mica swirl just a little bit better. So just a super thin layer of Brite Tone to start. And then you can add your mica powder mixes in whatever sort of pattern that you want. I like to alternate the colors that I use. So there's a good, mix of colors and not too many of the same color in one spot. They're not going to swirl much on their own. In fact, they don't swirl much at all. They're sort of staying right where I put them. And that's okay. You don't want to use too much product because then it'll have a harder time curing. So add it in a random pattern, and then I always use a straw. I feel like I have more control when I use a straw to blow around my mica powders. You can use canned air. Those are a little bit more forceful, so I like to use a straw. Just be careful because you will get a little lightheaded, but you can sort of help the mixture swirl around and mix in whatever way that you want. You can always add more, so I always start with just a little bit of my mixture and see how it looks, and then you can always add more. But you can see it's pretty translucent, and you can see the white glitter through the mica powders, so you want to keep that in mind before you start. Pick your colors and pick your base accordingly. When you've got your swirls where you like it, I've got a couple tips later on in this video. You're going to let this spin for a couple hours, and then I always let it dry at least overnight before I continue any layers of Brite Tone. You will need a few layers of Brite Tone on the top here because you want to have that super shiny finish. You'll add like a couple, maybe 2 or 3 layers of Brite Tone to the top of your mica powders. And then you can add a decal if you want, and then you'll add a few more layers over the top of that decal. Just remember to let it spin and let it fully dry before you add any Brite Tone over the top. Again, I like to wait overnight. So let's get into those top tips. As promised, I've got 3 tips to help this cup go more smoothly for you. So tip number 1 is that you only need a little bit of mica powders. Like a little bit goes a long way. And it's helpful to remember that they will be a little translucent. So you want to choose your base color accordingly. Tip number 2, don't use too much before you let it swirl, okay? If you want to keep the colors more separate and a little sort of independent of each other without mixing too much, you only need a little bit at a time, and then use your straw or your canned air to spread it around. But you don't want to use too much, otherwise it'll just kind of glob together and not look good. And tip number 3, I highly recommend getting like a 60-watt light bulb lamp to go nearby your turner. So for cups like this, if you put it's not heat, but the regular watt bulbs let off a little bit of heat that will help the CrystaLac products cure just like a little bit faster. So grab yourself a little lamp like this one, just like a regular light bulb, and put it like 12 inches, like 1 foot away from the cup as it's spinning, and it'll help it dry faster, which means less swirling around when it's drying. Now, if you don't use too much, you won't have too much of an issue, but the lamp helps sort of keep everything where you left it. So I hope that helps. Join me in the next video and comment below if there's anything you would like to see me work on. I want to hear from you.